Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon. Everyone knows if someone offers you free whiskey in a bar, you drink it, or they get to punch you in the face without any repercussions, perna. And that's exactly what happened in Dublin back in April when an elderly gentleman refused Conor McGregor's free whiskey. McGregor tried to get the man to drink his whiskey not once, but twice by aggressively slamming the glass down in front of him, like he was doing an intro for this show. The only time it's okay to get that mad about whiskey is when the bartender cuts you off. And why would anyone refuse free booze in a bar or pub, as they say in Ireland? It took minutes of research, but I have the answer in this episode, and I'll compare this video to the Chris Cuomo altercation. That's good sports. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I do football videos 99% of the time and Conor McGregor videos 1% of the time. Also, today's episode is sponsored by Vincero watches. That's right, Vincero's back. Vincero's back. And I'm excited to announce that if you use my link in the description, you'll get access to Vincero's massive 5th anniversary discount. You already know Vincero creates exceptionally crafted timepieces at a fair price. And between now and August 18th, you can take advantage of their biggest sale of the year, which includes everything on their site: men's watches, women's watches, sunglasses, and even leather wallets. This is my new Vincero watch from the Rogue collection. And if you want one like me, you need to check out Vincero.com right now because their watches are selling out with this huge sale. When I started partnering with Vincero, they had over 12,000 5-star reviews on their site. Now they have over 16,000, so you can rest assured people are increasingly happy with these watches. Again, use the link in the description for their biggest sale of the year at Vincero. I'm not sure what's more surprising here: a UFC fighter punching a civilian in the face and not knocking him down, or an Irishman turning down a free drink in a bar. But that's just the world we live in, I guess. The next thing you know, Joe Rogan will become a vegan and start doing play-by-play for quilting competitions. Antonio Brown will actually start paying his chefs, and Mark Davis is voted sexiest man alive. I promised you insight about the whiskey refusal, and I haven't. The reason the old lad refused McGregor's personal whiskey brand, Proper 12, which is of course named after the age in which McGregor's brain stopped maturing, is because from everything I've read, McGregor's whiskey sucks. If you remember, I have done at least one video about whiskey here on this YouTube channel, so you should consider me an expert in this area. And all I will say about McGregor's whiskey is I haven't tried it, but I did find a couple YouTube reviews about it.
Oily in the start, sweet. And then it hits you.
It's not bad. I'm not super impressed with it, honestly. I think there's not a lot of flavor going on there. It's pretty mild.
Now, the one thing they forgot to rate in those videos was the anger level of drunk his whiskey makes you feel. Next to tequila, no alcohol has a higher level of anger to drink ratio than whiskey. And McGregor's Proper 12 actually scored a perfect 100 in that category, which is the real reason it's called Proper 12. Yeah, after you assault someone drunk on it, you'll have to serve a proper 12 years in prison before being considered for parole. Now, I respect UFC fighters, mostly out of fear of them crushing me in seconds, but let's not pretend repeated head trauma helps you become a well-adjusted person in the real world. I mean, McGregor's so far gone, he can't even get kindness right. I'm treating everyone to fucking free drinks of my whiskey. Free drinks for everyone. Not me. I've already got a beer.
What'd you say? Did you really just reject my charity? I'm giving you charity out of my freaking kindness of my heart. You will take it because it's charitable. It's a charitable... I've had a little bit of it myself, but it's a charitable drink, you son of a bitch! I am being nice! my charity? Pow!
Didn't expect this video to be so physical. Now maybe the older gentleman refused because he already had a beer in front of him. I'll usually take any free drink unless it's on the opposite spectrum of what I'm already consuming. For example, I'm not going to down a glass of Pinot Noir just because it's free if I've been drinking Mike's Hard, whiskey, and margaritas all night. And Conor McGregor needs to respect that. You wouldn't catch me mixing O'Doul's and rubbing alcohol. Well, not anymore at least. That's when you know you have a problem. Culturally speaking, I understand though. It's hard for an Irishman to get turned down after offering a free drink. You ever try telling an Italian woman you don't want her spaghetti? She'll kill you and force it down your throat before she lets you leave the kitchen on an empty stomach. R.I.P. Grandma. The first thing you notice though in this video is that the guy Conor punches barely flinches. It's like nothing happened to him. It was like he was Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor was Conor McGregor. In fact, the last thing Conor McGregor hurt in an altercation was this poor bus. And even that poor bus technically got sucker punched. The second thing you may have noticed is that there is no audio. So I went ahead and fixed that. Fook, 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 fook. You don't want my drink? Now this video is both really good and really bad for Irish people. It's good because you prove to be tough sons of bitches when one of your elders easily absorbs a punch from a UFC fighter. But then it really hurts you because your most famous fighter can't even knock out an older man. It's a paradox, really. I'm guessing Conor McGregor paid this dude off because no charges were ever filed, and the police, despite having this video and currently investigating it, haven't made an arrest. Probably means they were paid off too. That's just speculation. Now TMZ published the video today, even though the incident took place in April, but weird altercations must be in the air because CNN's Cuomo got into it earlier this week. He lost his mind in an altercation in a video I really wanted to make fun of, but it wasn't sports related, so I passed. But I think it fits with McGregor's video since male insecurity is actually an international sport now, with major losses for both the Irish and the Italians on the global stage.
My name is Cuomo. I'm an anchor on CNN.
You're much.
Fredo is from The Godfather. He was that weak brother.
Isn't that your
And
brother?
they use it as an Italian aspersion. Any of you Italian?
I'm a little
Are you
bit.
Italian?
I got a little
It's a
bit.
fucking insult to your people. It's an insult to your fucking people. It's like the N-word for us. Is that a cool fucking thing?
I think the impressive thing about Cuomo's video is his ability to verbally provide an in-depth character analysis of the character Fredo while debating whether or not he should fight a stranger for calling him a mildly offensive name.
You're much.
Fredo is from The Godfather. He was that weak brother.
Isn't that your
And
brother?
they use it as an Italian aspersion. Any of you Italian?
Which I do not want to downplay, as that is still the #1 problem on middle school playgrounds across the country. No, not childish name-calling, but film and television character analysis. To steal a bit from John Mulaney, Fredo can't be as bad as the N-word because, as you all notice, you are saying Fredo and you won't even say the other word. That's the test. That's the test. Between McGregor's punch looking weaker than Sammy Sosa's swing without steroids and CNN's Cuomo saying Fredo is like the N-word for Italian people, I think Irish and Italian people haven't simultaneously suffered a blow this big since Leonardo DiCaprio didn't win the Academy Award for portraying an Irish immigrant in Gangs of New York.
It's an insult to your fucking people.
As an Italian American, I can say no one in my family has ever been offended by the word Fredo. And that includes my cousin Fredo. We call that dumb fuck Fredo all the time. It's a name, a person's name. Saying that it's like the N-word for Italian people based on a cowardly movie character is like saying the name Cypher is the N-word for hackers and computer nerds because he portrayed Neo in The Matrix. Or calling every bad football player Rudy. Actually, that is offensive. I guess the moral here is I don't understand what a guy like Conor McGregor, whose net worth is $110 million, or a guy like Cuomo, who makes $2.5 million per year, can be so upset about. If I ever have that much money, the only things that will be able to make me mad are watching the Patriots play football and driving. That is it. Because any other time I feel anger, I will instantly remind myself I'm fucking rich and I can probably make this problem disappear with all of that money that makes me so stupid rich. Now let me know what you think is more offensive in the comments, being called Fredo or someone declining a free drink. For fairness on this survey, pretend you're an Italian man being called Fredo as a reference to one of the greatest films ever made, and that the person saying no to your free drink has a full pint of thick, filling Guinness-like beer in front of him, just like the guy in the video. Thanks for watching That's Good Sports, once a month foray into general sports news and not NFL specific news. Please subscribe here on YouTube and share this video with all of your Irish and Italian friends. They're the only ones who can truly judge how offended we should all be about being offended about things. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Brandon Perna if you want to follow me there, and make sure you follow my writing partner at WillKey6